Hey, everybody, welcome to the QA Podcast Showtime. I'm your host, Melissa Cannell, and I'm here again with glam hair artist Atakan Romano. How are you, Atakan?
I'm very well, thank you.
Okay. Today, guys, we are going to be exploring recent developments around Prince Harry's memoir, Spare, and his relationship with the royal family and Meghan Markle's latest ventures. And Atakan, you want to start us off with your initial thoughts?
Yeah, what was the question again?
I was wondering if you wanted to start off with your initial thoughts with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle walking away from the royal family. Let's start there.
Well, I think they did a good thing by doing that because he needed to get away, obviously, because there was a lot of violence going on behind the scenes. He really needed to protect his energy and his soul to be at a better place. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to regain King Charles, fathership back again. But I mean, I think he did the right thing at the right time because he was probably in a lot of danger. So I thank him for that. And, not thank, but I mean, I appreciate, that he needed to take that decision.
Okay. To just give our viewers a recap of Spare, the memoir was released on January 10th, 2023.
One of the
And
best
in
books
there, Harry.
in the world. The
Okay.
best books in the world, Prince Harry's. Yeah.
In
I've read it probably more than 20 times.
seriously,
I look up to him quite heavily.
I knew you related to it, but I didn't know you'd read it that many times.
My story is a little bit similar to his. I'm just not born in the king family.
Gotcha. In Spare, Harry discusses his relatives, and he also includes some things from a recent BBC interview in May 2025.
Yeah.
There was a Spare 2.0, so there was an update to the book fairly recently. And of late, there has been a lot of heated discussion over Prince William being demanding, and which some people are wondering if Prince William is being demanding, does that possibly validate Harry's claims in the book? What do you think, Atakan?
I think that, Prince Harry is the one that's vulnerable and he's the one that's always saying the truth behind everything. He did tear his family up a little bit in that book though. But I mean, I think that he deserves all the credit in the world and Prince William doesn't.
Okay.
Because
Now, recently,
I can see right through Prince William. No, I don't think, he's telling the truth and doing the right things by the family, and the siblings.
do you think Harry and William will ever reconcile?
It's really hard. It's extremely hard. But I guess if Prince Harry gets what he's claiming for, the security he needs in the UK, London, which is really hard now, maybe then they could, make up. But again, it's a really hard situation. And it's really messy.
Do you ever think he'd reconcile with King Charles?
I have a lot of doubts about that. But I hope and wish that he does because, it's his father. Even though he probably doesn't like him too much. He, probably wants him back in his life and probably wants to forget about, past bad experiences and move on. But maybe King Charles doesn't because King Charles has, he obviously has an ego because he's King Charles. I'm not saying that in a bad way, but, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do. Do you think King Charles is just very cautious and wary about dealing with his youngest son?
I think so, because he's had a lot of messy encounters and he's always caught at like Playboy parties and he's done a bit of crazy stuff. But I mean, after he got married, he settled down. So, everyone makes mistakes. So everyone wants to live their life. So, I mean, I think that Prince Harry deserves a lot of chances again, to reconcile back again.
Okay. How do you feel about the way that the court ruled against him and that he only gets conditional security based off?
Ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Shouldn't be that way. I mean, come on. Like, seriously, where is King Charles here standing up for his son? He should be standing up for his son and help him get all the security that he needs. Doesn't matter what's happened. That's your son still. You should protect him in all ways possible. Maybe he needed to get away from UK because it was a bit too much, because I know UK is full on. I was living there for a long time in Oxford Street and it's just too much. So, I definitely think, it wasn't good. It wasn't a good outcome for him. But I mean, there's just scandals nearly every second day about Prince Harry. So I don't know what to think anymore. I don't know what's going on.
Do you think that him not being given security, even as the king's second son, do you think that that was a form of punishment for walking away from the family business?
Definitely. I think that, these families do punish, their surroundings and, their people if the wrong is done once by them and probably never forgiven. So, yeah, it could be a huge punishment for Prince Harry.
Do you think it was a manipulation tactic to get him to stay?
Yes, 100%. But
okay.
Nothing back.
He and the Duchess, Prince Harry and the Duchess Meghan, they received, what was it, like a $10 million contract with Netflix?
Yeah, something like that. I can't exactly know the number.
What do you think about that contract and the programs that they've put on there? There was one about Harry and Meghan, and there's one, she has a cooking show or a home decor show, and then there was another program about polo.
What do I think about it?
Yeah, what do you think about each of those?
I think they were great. They were successfully done.
Do you have any one in particular that you favor more over another?
Not really. They're both really good.
Okay. Now, Netflix is getting away from doing big contracts like that in the future.
They're getting
and some of the news media has said that that doesn't necessarily rule things out for more content from Harry and Meghan. But do you think that they'll still have as many shows, or do you think the shows will be fewer and far between, and why?
I think they're being cancelled out, to be honest. I've been seeing things that they're being cancelled out. And I've got a lot of producer friends in America, and I hear that they're being cancelled out. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's something.
Do you also think that some of that could be
maybe King
due
Charles
to the fact of the way that things... Oh, I'm sorry.
Maybe King Charles is doing all that.
What about the cancellation of their Spotify contract? Do you think that set a bad precedent for Netflix to more or less cancel them, as you might say?
That could have been a big influence for that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, because they said their podcast really didn't,
But, I don't really understand and see why they don't make their own, talk show in America. They've got all the power They could make their own massive talk show, and that could be the biggest thing.
Meghan has her own podcast now where she's talking about
I'm
women.
talking like a full production of like, a talk show of both of them, and like a serious type thing where they have actors too, and, like especially organized, thing. It could be a lot better and more beneficial and more financially, successful.
Okay. Now, the With Love Meghan lifestyle series, it premiered on March 4th, 2025, and they say that it didn't get into the top 300 titles on Netflix, and they gave it a second season, and they say the second season has already been filmed, and she keeps selling out of her products. How does all of those products selling balance with her show? I don't understand how all those products can sell if the show wasn't what people had hoped it would be.
She might have an investor doing it privately as well,
That's true. Have you looked into any of her products?
No, I'm not a fan of her, to be honest, too much. But yeah, Prince Harry is definitely my hero and champion. I look up to him, and he is very special. The moment I met him as well was incredible in the UK.
Oh, I was addicted to the show Suits for quite a long time.
Same. I love the Suits.
I really like that show a lot.
Definitely.
And I like the dynamics between Meghan's character and
it's a good vibe.
And the person, and the person that was her husband in that.
Sure.
So, well, it looks like the next round of her show is going to be out for fall 2025.
Oh yeah,
and she has her.
I guess her doing really well.
Yeah, she has her American Riviera Orchard was rebranded to As Ever. That has the jams and the homemade goods and the controversial logo.
I personally think that they should both do an ayahuasca ceremony trip. I mean, that would be really healing for both of them.
Okay. Her podcast that she's launched herself is with Lemonada Media, and it's called Confessions of a Female Founder.
Oh, that's a bad title.
Why do you think so?
I mean, she could have come up with a better title than that. She's more intelligent than that.
Okay. All right. Sources say that Meghan and Harry are trying to prioritize their marriage and time with their family after they did a professional separation. Do you think them splitting their brand back into separate territories was a good move?
Probably not.
How come?
It probably gives signs that they're about to break up soon and leave each other.
Really? I've heard that.
That's what a lot of people have been saying to me, actually, from the Hollywood community and the UK people, the UK royal PR people.
Okay. Now, we're going to talk about some more controversy with Harry and Meghan. Harry's philanthropy and an Angola trip. Harry made a solo trip to Angola. I guess it was for
Full of party of girls.
Mind clearance activism and a legacy connection to his mother. And Meghan didn't go with him.
Oh.
Do you feel like he supports his mother's charities and his mother's?
Very much so. He wants to hold them charities and make it a legacy until the day he dies. It's really important for him, I know.
Do you see him and William getting back together to honor their mom in any way, or do you think they'll do more individual things?
I reckon individual things, it's really hard.
When family relationships are strained like that?
Yeah, because it's really messed up and it's really gotten out of control, the amount of things that have happened to him, Prince Harry particularly. So,
Mm.
I mean, yeah,
Have you ever watched any episodes of The Crown on Netflix?
I have, yes. I don't remember.
And what did you think?
It's good, yeah, but it's not 100% the best.
How much do you think is true?
Not none of it.
Okay. Because I know it was based on the current, some stories with the current family, and they had to take some, I guess, creative license
I think it was
with
all
the whole.
script made up.
Yeah. You even think the script was made up when Harry and Kate met Meghan for the first time? Or do you think there was some truth to that interaction?
There could have been truth, a little bit of truth to that, yeah.
Okay. It looks like there's pressure in the industry growing right now for Spare 2.0 to perhaps materialize into some kind of film or Harry selling the screen rights.
I think he strongly should do that, yeah. I mean, definitely.
That might not endear him to his family any further. I can't imagine. But I guess it's already out in the open, isn't it?
It's already out and open, so why not do it? I mean, it'll probably be a good stamp to leave in the world.
Well, it also looks like that, according to the New York Post, Netflix may strike a first look deal post 2025 with Harry. That could be
Wish they did.
interesting.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I wish they do because he deserves everything that comes his way. Prince Harry, he's been through a lot and he needs all the support that he can have, including the security that he needs. So I still think that should be fighted in court.
How do you view the Spare book after the new edition?
I think it's the best creation of all things.
What do you think Harry regrets about revealing about his family?
Probably nothing, because he probably wanted to let everyone know the truth behind the scenes.
Okay. When Harry gave his recent interview with the BBC back in May of 2025, just after his court loss over security, what stood out most to you about that whole situation?
That they didn't do much to help him. They could have did some things that were, helpful to, keep him coming back to the UK a lot more. But yeah, they didn't do much, which was not a good outcome for him.
Could King Charles have done something?
I mean, King Charles has all the power in the world, so he could have done a lot. But I mean, I think he was being like egoistic and he just wouldn't. He just probably does never, he probably never wants to.
How credible do you think Harry's belief is that some members of the royal family will never forgive him?
I don't wish to answer that question.
Okay. In your personal opinion, should Harry cash in on the screen adaptation with Spare
110.
if it happens?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely he should do it. I think that that's the only thing he should focus on and get out there, because that would really be a remarkable thing to do, and it will, a lot of people will love it.
Do you think Netflix should step aside and let another platform make an offer for the book rights, for the filming rights?
Stan could be involved. Stan's another good one. But I think that it should be on Netflix.
Okay. How has Harry's past legal fight over security tie into his memoir's fallout?
Could you elaborate on that?
Do you think he's still being punished over his security, even though the book has been, the book was published 2 years ago?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure he's getting lots of attacks and punishments in certain ways and threats. And it's probably really hard to deal with. But he did it, so he's got to deal with the consequences now, unfortunately, as much as I hate to say that, because I love him and I love everything he's done. And I've had a bit of a similar life to him with my family. So not as bad, but yeah, I mean, my family's great, but I mean, we all have problems in our life, with family or anyone.
Have you seen a genuine shift in Harry's tone since the publication of Spare?
Yeah, he's changed a lot.
In what way do you think he's changed?
He's changed. He's become stronger. He's become stronger and more influential. He's become more a person that you want to look up to. Because I mean, who's got the actual balls to do what he's done? That's some big courage.
I don't know too many high-profile people that have those kind of guts.
No way. Absolutely no way.
There's talk that he is calendar sharing with his father, and there's some people who think that if they can end up at the 2027 Invictus Games together, that maybe that will be an opportunity for King Charles and Prince Harry to reconcile. Do you think that they might reconcile 2 years from now?
That could be a good opportunity. Yeah, I definitely believe that could be a good opportunity.
What would King Charles's attendance mean for the Invictus Games?
Pass on that question.
Okay. Could you see Prince William engaging with Harry publicly again anytime soon?
Probably if, some sort of family member helps them reconcile together. I mean, I have a feeling that someone from the family will help to get them back all together. Because, I mean, let's talk the truth. Like, they eventually got to fix things up. They can't be staying like this forever.
Oh, one would hope not. Do you think they could maybe reconcile during private family events that could bring them back together?
That could work, but I don't see that happening.
Even for the King's birthday in November, if they were all gathered at Balmoral?
Big chance. Big chance, yeah. There's a big chance there.
Do you think that Meghan's absence from Harry's public life is helping or hurting?
Hurting.
So by her not being with him, by the two of them not being together in public is hurting.
Yeah, I think they should be together all the time, supporting each other. It's very important.
Now, another question I had is, will Harry's children play a role in bridging gaps between him and his father?
Could you elaborate on that?
So Do you think if King Charles has a desire to see his grandchildren, do you think the grandkids will help bring Grandpa and Harry together?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's a sensitive topic, so could be 98%. Yeah.
Should we be concerned about Charles's health? Because
Yeah,
he's got cancer.
definitely. He's going through that hard time. So I hope that something happens and a miracle happens and they start talking soon. Because the last thing you want is him passing away and Prince Harry and him not talking. That would be traumatic.
Let's shift gears a little bit and we'll go on to some of Duchess Meghan's ventures and her brand image. What do you think went wrong with Love, Meghan? What do you think went wrong with it?
What do you mean exactly?
Well, her brand image had some problems.
Oh, she just messed up. She couldn't do what she wanted to do.
Do you think the reception for season 2 will recover the ratings for the show?
Depends how hardly she works on it. But I think it's very hard now because people have lost interest in her.
Do you consider her branding strategy with As Ever flawed from the start?
Sorry?
So she had her American Riviera orchard, and then she found out that she couldn't trademark that name. So she had to change. So she had to change the name of her brand to As Ever. And so I was wondering, do you feel like her branding strategy was flawed from the beginning?
Yeah. I mean, I think that I have no comment on that, to be honest.
Okay. How damaging was the Mallorca logo controversy?
Oh, extremely damaging.
Because I know that you've recently rebranded yourself and you've been going through some things with your own logo and getting that approved.
Yeah, it's super hard.
Is every country hard to get something like that trademarked, or is it just some places are worse than others?
I mean, it depends. You can get it done. You just need to really focus on it and structure the business really well. But I mean, it is hard to get things accepted, just depending on how you manage it.
What do you think about her jam and home goods focus and her long-term vision? Do you think she's going to have longevity?
I think people will eventually start to forget about her because she's not doing anything at the moment.
Doesn't seem to be.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think she balances business and being a mom very well, even though she has a nanny?
No, she can't. Definitely not.
Do you think she should have waited before launching multiple ventures at the same time?
Yes, she should have done it in a more better structured planning.
What's your take on critics calling her show narcissistic?
Sorry?
What is your take on critics of her show calling her narcissistic?
Oh, I totally agree. I think she is a narcissist. I think she definitely is. And I don't think that Prince Harry has much attraction left for her, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I've been hearing a lot about it. Yeah.
From behind the scenes?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so let's look at Harry and Meghan's dynamic and public presence. You mentioned previously that you thought that their professional separation may mean that their marriage might be at risk.
I think it's at a major risk, yeah.
Do you think Meghan should have accompanied Harry to Angola despite risks?
Yes, that could probably help. But I think that Harry is over her.
Well, do you remember what happened during another trip? I think it was another trip to Africa, and I don't know, it might have been a charity polo match, I believe, that he was participating in, and she centered herself in the middle of the picture instead of letting Harry stand with the heads of the charity.
Yeah.
I don't think that reflected very well on her.
No, she just ruins herself a lot with a lot of the moments she puts herself in. I think she needs to be a lot more careful as a royal.
Let's see. How do you think Harry's solo activism reflects on their partnership?
Next.
Okay. Let's talk about Portugal.
My favorite country.
I thought that was Thailand. You like Portugal too?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they're investing in a Portugal property. Do you think that's purely strategic or symbolic? I know one of Harry's cousins, one of the daughters of Prince Andrew, it's her husband who is the one in charge of this property development that they've invested in. Okay. So is it strategic or symbolic that they've invested in that venture?
I think it's strategic. Yeah.
Do you think it'll be a home away from home for them?
Yeah.
That's not the UK?
It would be a good place for them to just unwind and relax and get away from everything. That's probably the plan.
Do you think they can ever evolve away from the Netflix royalty brand?
No. Never. Once it's done, it's done.
Do you think that they ought to up their authenticity game to regain public trust?
Sorry?
Should they up their authenticity game to regain public trust?
100%, yeah, they should work on that, but I don't know how they will. I mean, there's a lot of things they could do, but I mean, I don't think Prince Harry's focus is that at the moment, to be honest.
Would you say they're overexposed or still under scrutiny?
Still under scrutiny, heavy scrutiny.
Okay. Now, let's look into media, public opinion, and branding. Oh, getting tongue-tied for a moment. Why do you think that With Love Meghan failed to stay in Netflix top 300?
Because it was nothing worth watching.
Okay. Do you think that the rating of a 3.2 in the IMDb rating was fair or biased?
Biased.
Okay. How much do you think public fatigue plays a role in the rating and the success of her show?
Could you repeat that? Sorry.
How much do you think public fatigue plays a role in the rating of her show?
Pretty massively.
Do you think that she and Harry can reinvent public perception with new formats, or do you think they should take a step back?
I think they can and they should definitely focus on stuff like that because that will bring them back to life again.
Do you think PR? How do you feel like PR is going to play a role in salvaging their image?
PR always plays a big role. So I think that if they do it the right way and do things that they, shouldn't do, they'll probably get to the right spot.
Is it possible for them to turn negative coverage into an opportunity?
Yeah, 100%. I think so. Yeah, definitely. They've already got a lot of negative stuff.
Could some new documentary work help reframe their narrative?
Yes, 100%. I think that should be worked on and done.
Do you think they're victims of unrealistic expectations, or are they spoiled?
It's probably spoiled. Spoiled, definitely.
Okay.
How can you not be spoiled, having that title?
Let's go back to Spare for a minute. What scenes in the book resonate the most with you?
Next.
Okay. What did you learn about Harry as a person through the book?
I learned that he is a very truthful person, and that he's got all the power in his hands to not be scared of anything and to just say all that's happened. I think that takes a lot of strength and resilience. I think that, he is a champion to be able to actually publish that, because that's some full on work, done there. He's literally like teared their family up in the book and then trying to fix it up now,
Yeah, there's consequences to that, unfortunately. What surprised you most about Duchess Meghan post-royal life?
Nothing surprises me about them anymore, to be honest.
Okay. Do you admire her entrepreneurial ambition?
I think it's garbage, to be honest. She is
Okay.
pretty, but I think she doesn't know how to do it.
Okay. Since reading the book and since the release of the second edition, has your perspective shifted on what their legacy will be?
The future will tell, I think.
Do you believe in redemption arcs for high-profile figures?
No.
Okay. If you had a half an hour with Harry, what would you ask him?
Could you repeat that, please?
If you had a half an hour with Harry, what would you ask him?
Good question. I would probably build a relationship with him to say that, I'm happy to help you with anything that you need help with. If you'd like to hire me as, a manager for all of your work and your paperworks and, all your travels and all your management, I can do that all for you. If we got along as buddies.
Okay. Now, my next question
Which I
is,
think
would you interview Meghan Markle? And if you did, what would you ask?
I'm going to go next on that.
Okay. Okay. Do you think that Harry and Meghan make better podcast hosts than they do stars?
Not quite.
Okay. Let's move into future possibilities. Do you see season 2 of with love, Meghan. What do you think season 2 of Meghan would need to succeed?
A lot of production, a lot of good people working with them, and a lot of sleepless nights, and really making something that's gonna leave history.
Okay. If Harry could republish another revised edition of Spare that talks about his legal wins and his appeal changes, should he?
I think so. That would be really beneficial for him.
Okay. To show an end result to the accusations that he brought forward. Okay. Do you think he and the Duchess will work with different streaming platforms other than Netflix?
Yes, I believe so. I think they're really open-minded like that. So I think that they'll accept anything that comes their way.
How easy do you think it will be for them to pivot their script into a drama if his book sells the filming rights?
Oh, very easy, super easy. Just like chips and crackers.
Okay. How do you think their activism can be amplified?
Next.
Okay. What would royal engagement at the next event signal?
I don't wish to answer that question.
Do you think they would ever host a reconciliation event on their own, privately?
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Okay. What brand moves are you watching them make next?
Probably some big brand moves because they need it.
Do you think they'll both re-enter Hollywood?
I don't see why not.
Do you think Meghan will ever write her memoir?
I think that she's actually working on it now. My gut feeling tells me.
How do you think that will be received?
No comment.
Okay. Do you think her brand could ever expand internationally?
Yes. Yes, definitely. Yeah, 110%. Yeah.
They say they want privacy. Are they just trying to play a game?
I think they're they're definitely playing a game because no privacy for you guys.
What legacy do you think that they will leave by the end of the decade?
If they fix themselves up, I think that there will be, a very special couple that's, done some really great things. But if they can't fix themselves up in the near future with all this stuff going on in the media and their personal lives, then I don't see it going very well at all.
Okay. So estrangement still remains. Meghan is still continuing her ventures, and reconciliation for Harry may hinge on upcoming charity events, some as far as 2 years from now. There's a lot of time in there and a lot of things that could really happen
In between
and I guess maybe we'll just have to see what happens.
Well, hopefully they're still alive by then.
Oh, Well, I hope so too. I hope so too. Well, do you have any closing thoughts, Atakan?
I just think that Prince Harry deserves a lot more, and he needs to get the right support, and he's not getting the right support right now from UK where he was born. And he really needs someone to hold his hand and actually bring him back next to King Charles, because that's really important. And I think that he needs to focus on that.
So returning to the fold, huh?
Sorry.
Returning to the fold.
Yeah, I think that that's really important. And I think that, you know, that should be a really big goal and focus for him personally. I wish that he gets the security that he's looking for, because he probably needs it, because he's probably under a lot of threat. Also from sources that I've heard. So, yeah, but I think that everything he's done is incredible, and he will, always continue to be incredible.
Okay. We appreciate you taking time to listen to our conversation, and we wish Prince Harry all the best. And we hope that there might be a reconciliation with him and King Charles.
Definitely, yes. And we will definitely be keeping you guys up to date with their situation with our upcoming podcasts, because this is a big topic for me and Melissa. We are very specially admired by them, and we believe in the King family.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys. Thanks for joining.